There is an invisible field around you, something you can feel without needing to see. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately sensed a strange vibe? Or met someone who seemed to drain your energy without saying a single word? If so, you've already brushed against this hidden reality, even if you never had a name for it. Subtle energy isn't myth, and it isn't reserved for enlightened gurus. It is a natural extension of your consciousness, humming through every atom the way wind moves the leaves, unseen, undeniable. Most people never go beyond that first tingle, that chill, that inexplicable heaviness. Not because they can't, but because they're taught to doubt inner senses the moment they surface. The single greatest barrier to the energy world is the quiet voice that says, it isn't possible. Yet the truth is that energy perception is no different from learning a language you forgot you already knew. Take a moment. Notice your hands. Maybe they're warm. Maybe they pulse. That sensation is your blood, yes, but it is also your biofield stirring just beneath the skin. Your body is broadcasting information right now, chemical, electrical, vibrational. The field is alive, and if you learn to read it, you can direct it. The breath, but deeper. Try this now. Inhale through the nose and let your belly expand like a balloon. Pause, 1 heartbeat. During that pause, sense the air sparkling, turning into light, flooding the chest. Exhale through gently parted lips and imagine the day's static draining away as gray mist. Do it again, slower. 5 minutes like this, and your nervous system flips the switch from fight or flight into restoration. Modern researchers call it vagal tone. Ancient mystics called it prana awakening. Different words, same mechanism. Breath calibrates energy. If you want to amplify the effect, breathe in for a count of 5, hold for 5, breathe out for 5, hold empty for 5. The box breath used by Navy SEALs and Himalayan monks alike. On the inhale, visualize drawing earth current up through the soles of your feet. On the exhale, picture any discord melting downward like black sand and sinking into the soil. You are grounding the circuit. Sensing the inner grid. Deep in the torso, 7 radiant hubs hum like power stations. Root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown. Scientists at the HeartMath Institute have measured coherent electrical waves bursting outward from the chest when a person enters a state of appreciation. Kirlian photographers capture corona discharges that shift color when subjects meditate on love versus fear. The esoteric map and the laboratory instrument are finally shaking hands. Place your palm over the sternum. Close your eyes. Ask, without words, what does my heart feel like from the inside? Maybe warmth. Maybe a buzz like carbonated water. That is the heart center tasting your attention. Hold it there until the sensation grows obvious. Now slide your hand to the navel, the will center. Feel the difference. Brighter, duller. Every chakra has a distinct frequency, and you just took the first reading. Travel upward to the throat and whisper a single honest sentence. I speak my truth. Notice how the tissue vibrates, then goes silent. A subtle ring lingers as if the words left an echo. They did, in the energy lattice lacing your fascia. Becoming aware of these echoes is the doorway to deliberate self-tuning. Mapping the highways. If chakras are cities, nadis and meridians are highways. More than 70,000 nadi channels thread the yogic body. Chinese medicine charts, 12 main meridians, each tied to an organ clock. Western fascia research now confirms that collagen fibers conduct piezoelectric charge when stretched or compressed, the same channels that acupuncture stimulates. Science is catching up to mystic cartography. One simple way to clear these roots is mindful movement. Stand, feet hip width, knees soft. Inhale, sweep arms overhead, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge at the hips, ragdoll forward. Feel the fluid slide through hamstrings and up the back line. The bladder meridian, like a garden hose filling with water. Roll up slowly, stacking vertebrae, and you'll sense tingles fizzing across the scalp as stagnant chi evacuates through the crown. Do 3 cycles, you'll emerge lucid, as though windows just opened in a stuffy room. The energy ball, revisited. Rub your palms hard until heat blooms. Separate them a few inches and focus on the space between. At first it feels like an imagined resistance. Then it tightens, unmistakable, magnetic. That density is plasma-like. Electrons, ions, moisture, obeying your electrical signal. Shape it wider, thinner, flip it like pizza dough. You are schooling the nervous system to treat subtle voltage as tactile. Once the ball is vivid, drop it into the solar plexus. See it sink behind the ribs, lighting the furnace of will. People report spontaneous posture shifts, sudden confidence flushes. That's the field integrating concentrated charge into a power hub. A step further, pass the ball to a friend. Hold your charge palm near their forearm. Ask them to shut their eyes. Most will feel cool breeze or gentle pressure. Congratulations, you just broadcasted chi. Shielding without walls protection isn't about armored resistance, it's about coherent frequency. A messy aura is porous. A coherent aura is like polished glass. Things slide off. To polish, create a torus. Inhale and draw gold light from above into the crown, down the spine, pooling at the pelvic floor. Exhale and fountain that light up the front of the body and out through the crown again, curving down the sides like a luminous donut, re-entering the root. Loop this orbit 7, 10, 20 times until the whole toroidal sheath hums. Now, if you walk into a dense environment, you'll notice the sludge sits outside the torus instead of sticking. For extra resilience, assign the light an emotional signature, joy, humor, gratitude, and amp it like music volume. Harmonic shielding outranks brute force every time. The alchemy of transmutation. Dense energy can be compost. Picture heartache as raw soil and your tension as sunlight. Inside the solar plexus, visualize a crucible, a sphere of molten gold. Drop the heavy feeling in, watch it dissolve, swirl, brighten into liquid brilliance. Then expand the gold outward to coat every cell. Alchemy isn't metaphor here. You are changing the vibrational spin of electrons, proven by GDV cameras recording biophoton emission shifts before and after focused prayer. You can apply the same technique to spaces. Enter a room that feels stale, stand centered, and breathe slow. On every inhale, pull the room's gray fog into your gut crucible. On every exhale, release purified gold back into the atmosphere. 5 minutes can flip group mood from edgy to mellow without a word spoken. If this journey into the hidden field resonated with you, send a pulse back. Tap the like button to amplify our shared frequency. Subscribe to 999 so you never miss the next deep dive, and drop a comment describing the first moment you felt subtle energy move. Share this video with someone who's ready to awaken their own power. And together, we'll keep turning the unseen into the undeniable.